Okay, so I already knew long ago that I was retarded at math.
Yeah.
I knew that so long ago. So math is already disqualified. Now I'm dealing with the science portion of my life that I'm figuring out how much I don't know about that. So I guess in 10 years I'll disqualify science and
Yeah.
then I'll move on to the next fucking thing that I can't comprehend. But with as far as the Steve Harvey thing, where why do we still have monkeys? I remember this video with Richard Dawkins, who's famous atheist,
Yeah.
and he was explaining the whole the whole thing with evolution, the argument of why there's still monkeys, and then he walked you through the bonobos and all that fucking shit. And with Steve Harvey, I've grown to have respect for Steve Harvey. Only because, as an entertainer, that's a great mustache.
He's
That's
the
a great
ugliest
mustache.
mustache, dude.
I've grown to have respect for him because, as far as the Family Feud thing, because I thought he was going to be a terrible host.
Yeah.
And I've grown to like him. I don't know how you feel about him.
I don't know. I think Family Feud is so fucking corny because it's like
Don't say that.
Listen. Like it's like this family, and here's how fucked up I am. I see the families, and I try and pair up who would fuck who if it was like a fuck off competition. And I think about I just think about the host. The only way I can enjoy this show is thinking about Steve Harvey walking up and be like, "So which one of y'all got the biggest dick? Like who? Y'all got any crack smokers in this family?" And he's asking them about the nastiest shit that ever happened to them, just with a straight face, and the audience keeps laughing. That's my fantasy. But anyway.
Right. Dude, that's fucking that's sick. That's
yeah,
sick.
I know. Can you imagine if it was like a family fuck? It's like after they do the trivia round, like they have to fuck each other, and then they get points based on that while they're answering the survey questions.
In the end, Steve Harvey always wins.
Yeah,
Always wins those things too. I'm pretty sure in the porn industry, there's like a fake Family Feud game show, and I'm sure there's somebody they do that concept every week somewhere in the porn industry. Family Feud, to me, it's interesting because it really does say how much of a conformist member of society are you? I guess we asked 100 people. Name something that you hate about your boss or something. It was so not really conformist. Like, how much of a human being are you? Or it just speaks to the human condition. I think. So I guess the better you are at the game, the more vanilla you are. And I gotta tell you, I'm really good at the game. At least from home, I am. I don't know how good I'd be there, but.
I know I'd be shitting my pants at any game show. I'd be some shit. Like, you ever watch, you watch Jeopardy, of course.
Yeah.
Are you good at that?
From home. From home, I'm okay. Like, I swear to God, with the 2 categories that they do, out of each category, I'll answer maybe 3 to 4. And they'll be really shallow categories, like if they bring up sports and shit. But once they start bringing up authors of the 15th century, oh God.
I am right now. I'm gonna ask you some shit from season 9, or season 20, season 29. Don't tell me that shit's been on for 29 years. Fuck you.
Jeopardy?
Yes.
Wow.
Season 20. All right. Anyway, let me find you a question. Ohio history. You're gonna die if I ask you that shit.
Ohio history.
All right. Actually, you're gonna get this one. In names of printers, these 2 letters precede OfficeJet and PhotoSmart.
These 2 numbers preceded OfficeJet. Letters.
You failed already, man.
Oh, okay.
In names of printers, these 2 letters precede OfficeJet and PhotoSmart.
HP?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You gotta say what is HP?
What is HP? I'm sorry.
You just messed. No, it's okay. You just lost $200, and they're gonna beat your ass when you leave the place.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You know what I've always wondered? I've always wondered how much does Alex know? How much does Alex know these answers, or is he just really good at reading them?
I think so. He's no, that was condoms. Condoms was the answer. He's so smug too.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is.
He's
What are the best? Yeah, go ahead.
smiling to himself. Wait.
I was gonna make one more point about Jeopardy. One of the best one of the best moments of Jeopardy is when they ask the contestants questions about their lives, and I've always thought that it's funny because people who are contestants for Jeopardy are the most uninteresting people you'd ever meet in life, because they've all been sheltered, they've been homeschooled.
Right.
You know, they're like they're super duper intelligent, but you know, but it's like, you know, they're like Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
You know, you can't learn anything from them that you can't learn in a book.
Right.
So it's like, dude, they're so not interesting, and it's just like, who gives a shit?
What if you're like, hey, where are you from, man? Did you know that the state of New York was established in 17 whatever the fuck?
You're asking me this?
No, I'm saying that that's how they would answer.
Oh, right.
These
Yeah.
should be facts.
Yeah. It's just like, whatever. And he's very short with them when he's, I don't know, Alex is very passive aggressive. I've always noticed that about him. Alex, like, you'll say something like, somebody will say, oh yeah, like, I won a hot dog competition about a couple weeks ago in Ohio, and they're like so enthusiastic about it. And Alex will say like one thing that's like a mental mind, like it's a mind bomb that'll set off in their head after the show's over.
Like what would he say?
Like he'll walk away and he'll say something like, well, you must be very proud of yourself. And he'll walk away.
Shit.
And like afterwards, I think if you lose, afterwards you'll realize that he was being condescending towards you.
It's like, motherfucker, you was fucking with me. Cause yeah, oh jeez, he does say shit like that.
Good luck with that.
He's like slapping the cards on the table. Yeah, great job there.
Right.
God, I want the game show where he's just asking them nasty shit. Yeah, this goes back to my thing. Like I can't enjoy normal things. I watch commercials on TV and I see families sitting around a dinner table and I'm like, I don't know. I can't enjoy that. Do you ever have that problem? Like you see
that I tie sexuality into everything?
No, not just that. But I mean, just you see something that's really normal, like a commercial with like parents making Rice Krispies treats with their kids, and you're just like, this is the most boring, uninteresting shit.
Yes.
Like it has to be more interesting to me. Like let's say if they were screaming at each other and making Rice Krispies treats, then it would be more interesting, and you would pay attention, and maybe you would buy that Rice Krispies treat. You know? Maybe
unless you're watching your carbs.
Oh yeah, true.
Then in that case, Rice Krispies, their advertisements aren't going to cut it.
That is true.
Do I don't know. I make a lot of stupid comments. Like when I'm sitting here watching TV with my girlfriend, like I'll make like a lot of stupid comments, and my girlfriend sort of has this default reaction that she has to whether it's funny or not, or just a dumb perverted guy joke. She'll just either go. My girlfriend's she's a black woman, so you know she has some sassiness in her. Yeah. So she'll say something like "mm-mm."
Oh no!
Right. She'll go, wow.
I love
I can't
making
tell what she thinks about the comment. You know.
I notice like or black girls will just give you that look like you are fucking retarded.
Right.
I love making them getting that reaction from them. But black girls sometimes can be a really tough crowd because sometimes they'll look at you and tell you like what you just said wasn't funny, like it was just dumb.
Right.
But I think white girls are usually a lot more I guess forgiving with stupid jokes. Have you noticed that?
I don't have a lot of experience with white girls. I've only like really spoken to like maybe 3 to 4 white girls.
Oh Jesus, I'm all white girl experience.
White girls, really?
I'm like 80% white girl experience.
So you could definitely see yourself marrying a white woman.
No.
Really? No? Why not?
I don't know, man. It's something I've been thinking about. Like whenever I think about me marrying someone, which I don't even know if it's possible for me. I always think of a black girl, like someone like I don't know, like maybe ideally like some like a Brazilian, Dominican, some shit like that. I don't know. But I can't see myself marrying a white girl. I don't know. But I mean anything can change.
Right.
You
Yeah,
watch
I mean, I don't know. Like, I've never. I think part of the reason why I never cared about who I ended up with was because my parents were just very liberal about whoever the fuck I brought into the house.
uh,
I think I could come in with an alien and they'll probably be like, "Oh, sounds legit. It's
what if it
okay."
was a dude? Like obviously,
Oh well,
no. I'm saying alien versus dude. Would they rather see you date an
they'd
alien?
rather see me with the alien.
Like, hey, here's Quidada. She has two vaginas and she's purple.
Nah, I really don't think they'd give a shit if I was gay. I don't think they would. I don't think so, at least, which is really kind of funny because my father's like 76 years old. You know, he's
Oh
this
yeah.
old Dominican man, and I really don't think he would give a shit.
Oh man. You know what I was thinking about? There's this kid in Colorado who basically he's like, how can I put this? This kid in Colorado was born a boy, but he considers himself a girl and wears dresses, and his parents allow him to do this. And he's like 5 or 6 years old in kindergarten, and the school's in outrage because they don't want him to go peeing in the girls' bathroom. And I was thinking to myself, I would probably, I just know that I'd be really annoyed with his parents. Like they're probably the kind of people who would annoy me. But I don't really know what my stance is on that, because I'm thinking to myself, like, there are so many gay people. The majority of them, vast majority, will tell you, and I believe this, that they were born that way and it's something biological, and like they knew since they were like however the fuck old.
Right.
So I'm saying, my question is, at what age do you allow them to do that? I don't think it's 6, but I mean, obviously, when your son's 25 and tells you that he likes dicks, you believe him. You know what I mean? He's not.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he's like 6 years old, like pre-puberty, like what the fuck does he know anyway? I know it's a weird question.
You know, it's like.
It's like if he told me that he liked girls, I'd be like, I'd be like, yeah, I know.
It's like this country's like so progressive now. It's moving in that direction that they'll take a 6-year-old seriously. You know, it's this whole
me. I don't know why.
This whole Katy Perry generation. This you're a firework. Don't let anybody put you down because you are who you are. And though I understand that, I also do understand that there's certain dynamics of the human brain. And I think when the human brain isn't developed yet, I think it reacts to the environment that it's in, and it says when it's 6, it says, well, maybe I like dick. And maybe that's not true.
But you shouldn't even be liking pussy when you're 6. You shouldn't be liking anything.
How does that even come up? Like, I have a nephew who's 6. He doesn't even know what dick is. He doesn't even know what his dick is, let alone a pussy. You know, so I think people take it too literal now. That so hold up. You said that he considers himself a what was it? He considers himself a girl?
Yeah, I think at least he really wants to be one. I'll find the data later, but it's something like that. Basically, he cross dresses. I know that for a fact.
Oh, don't let one of these fucking self-righteous feminist, you know, gay rights artists or celebrities get a hold of this, because they will go on Twitter. Ellen DeGeneres will get on Twitter.
Oh, I'm sure it's happening already.
Oh my God.
I'm on the fence because I'm very pro gay rights, but I also have this. I grew up in a very conservative Christian household, so I still know deep down that I have these things in my head where I'm like, kids don't have rights. I always think that shit. I don't know, and I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that, but like, you know, in the environment I grew up in, and probably yours too, it's like you don't talk to adults if they're talking, and you know they can whoop your ass for any reason, so it's kind of like a dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
I mean, at what age did you think that you decided, you were locked in and you said, okay, girls, Dominic, let's go?
I didn't decide, man. That shit was just me.
I was born for this, bro.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself, damn, so is it the same way if I was gay? At what age did I decide? Here's an interesting thing, because like I remember, you know, being in sex ed and giggling and shit whenever like people would talk about whatever the fuck anatomy. I remember knowing what sex was, being a teenager and all that stuff, and even watching not, yeah, maybe even watching a few porn videos and stuff, but I don't think I really wanted to have sex with a girl or really had that deep desire in my balls until I was like probably like 16, 17. You know, it didn't just click for me.
16, 17, that, okay.
Yeah, it's like I knew girls were pretty and they smelled good, but I didn't really want to fuck them and do nasty things to them until like 16, 17. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like you're just talking to your friends like, oh yeah, Beyonce's pretty. But you know, like you just kind of leave it at that.
Mm-hmm. I remember, I think I was watching I think it was the movie on Jeffrey Dahmer. I think.
Jeez.
It was Jeffrey Dahmer. He was in his early years, and I think he came across a gay guy, and the gay guy told him something that if you're dumb enough, you'll actually fall into this trap, because this comment's a total mindfuck. He said something like, you know, you straight guys are the real conformists in society because you let society tell you that you have to like women. And I'm like, man, if you're stupid enough, you will totally be like, you know what? You got a great point. Okay, come on, just whip it out. Come on, let's get this over with. I want to be a rebel. Like, let's get this. Like, that was like really like just such a mind fuck when I saw it, and I was just like, holy shit.
We gotta talk about that stuff later, like sociopaths. Like, someone told me that a lot of sociopaths and weird people like serial killers will go see a therapist just so they can talk to them and figure out how to better fool people. Like, they always say the same shit with these guys. Like, oh, I knew him. He was my next door neighbor. I had no idea. So, like, these guys can literally, they can fool you. We think we have good intuition, and I think for the most part, humans do have good intuition, but, like, really, how good is it if we have dudes who can, like, drag you into your basement, into their basement and shit? Like, what the fuck? That's some scary shit.
It is. It definitely is. But you can't save everybody.
Oh, man.
It's just the law of, what is it? The law of averages is you can't save everybody, and, somebody's gonna die to some senseless bullshit. Yeah, that's what they always say. It's the quiet ones that'll get you.
Oh man,
it's
you
always
ever wonder like which of your friends you'd be surprised with if you found out that they had bodies in their basement? I know everyone has a friend.
Yes,
you have a friend where you're like, oh, Jeff was like slicing girls up and putting them in a freezer. You know what? I'm not that surprised, dude. I knew there was something weird about him. He was my friend. But like sometimes he would just look at you weird, and you'd be like, "What the fuck is going on in his brain?"
Right. Yeah, I didn't have a friend like that, but I did wonder a few times in my life, like who would I be the least surprised to as to if we all found out that they murdered a whole bunch of people and like no one ever knew about it.
Yeah,
I thought about that, and the funny thing about that is, maybe if you don't think of any of your friends as people who would be capable of doing these things, maybe it's you.
Whoa, it's fucking me.
That'd be like a total mind for like.
I gotta look in my freezer now. I don't know what's in there.
Maybe it's Dominic.
Oh my god, maybe I am a serial killer. I don't even fucking know it. I'm tricking you. I'm tricking everybody.
Dominic draws people, and then he kills them like a few weeks later when he asks them for their address.
No bullshit. That would totally be my MO. I'd have portraits of all of them, and that's how I would get caught, because they'd be like, you motherfucker, you have detailed, like, you dispose of all the bodies, but you have fucking drawings of every girl, and they're accurate. We can match them. Right. I'd be like, hey, what can I say, buddy? Throw me in the slammer.
Right. You even drew a knife in her head once.
I mean, I don't know. It was just my calling. I just felt like I should do that. All right, I think we should close this out. It's almost 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
You guys can find me on my podcast, which is Dom Sketchcast, the youtube.com/GeneralDom. Thanks a lot for having me on this. We should do this more often.
It was a pleasure having.
This is good.